lead to Frost-Kalnow Stadium here in Tiffin as the Mansfield Christian Flames are in a regional title game taking on a top team in Division 5, the Woodmore Lady Wildcats. We'll have this one live and free coming up next here on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Time now for your pregame show presented to you by Clear Vents. Here live and free on the OH Report, about 5 minutes until kickoff here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Jonathan Langdon alongside Grady Heichel. Mansfield Christian taking on Woodmore here tonight. Lady Flames taking on Lady Wildcats, two top 10 teams right here tonight.
Oh yeah, it should be a thriller. I mean, these teams have just about demolished every team they played in the normal season. Woodmore with 11 shutouts. Mansfield Christian was 7 going into this one, so should be a defensive powerhouse of a game going in here.
Let's go ahead and talk about the opposition here first. If you're a Mansfield Christian fan tonight, Woodmore I got to see them not too long ago as, one second, there we go, 115 goals this year, 6 allowed. It's actually 112 and 9 goals allowed, I believe. Oh no, I'm thinking of the game I did earlier today. I'm thinking about Buckeye Valley. We're focusing on soccer tonight. 115 goals, just 6 given up, but 2 of them were in that overtime win they just recently had.
I mean, either way, that is not a lot of goals allowed on the season. I mean, 6 of them in the entire season. That is a crazy statistic to have. So if you're a team going up against these Woodmore players, you're going to be looking to break down that defensive line that has not been breaking down much at all.
You see the recent games on your screen at the bottom there. 19-1-1 this team sits. Last time I saw them against Crestview, they won 7-0 over the Lady Cougars. That was over in Clyde, not too far from here. We moved down a little bit south to see these teams compete now in a regional championship, and one of them for Woodmore is someone that is the top goal scorer in Division 5 with 48 goals. She's flirting with 50 tonight, Grady.
I mean, anytime you got a player with over 30 or even 40 goals, you know you got to watch out for her on the field. And she may be able to get to 50 goals by the end of the season. As that is an insane statistic. Top scorer in Division 5. Would not want to go up against her as a goalkeeper myself.
Just got introduced, so perfect timing there as you get to see her at the end of the line. How about these Mansfield Christian Lady Flames coming into today? They're 18-2-1. I saw one of their losses against Wapakoneta. It wasn't too pretty. It was at home. It was just an overall downer of a day, but since then they've really bounced back. They've had some big wins, and of course, in a postseason run, they've been in tight contests, so you could say they're battle-tested too.
Yeah, you can say what you want about their early season schedule, but they have proven themselves as a Division 5 powerhouse going into this tournament, making it to the Elite 8. And there's certainly no question that this is a talented group of ladies on the field tonight.
They've squeezed by the last 3 opponents by 1 score, and their losses come to Lexington in that aforementioned Wapakoneta game, and they also tied with Madison earlier this year in September. Player spotlight for Mansfield Christian. We talk a lot about Ryan Anderson, who's the top goal scorer, but how about Brooklyn Ryder and how awesome it's been seeing her develop this year as a sophomore, 24 goals, 17 assists.
Yeah, as the coach's daughter, you know, you got that little bit of extra pressure coming in from the coaching staff, but she has proven herself as quite the assister and the goal scorer this season. 24 goals on the night and leading in assists with 17 on the season. Quite the stats for Brooklyn Riders 2025-2026 season.
Also referring that Clyde District doubleheader that we had a couple weeks ago, just the fact that she had a banger goal, upper 90 with a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Actually a little further than that. I might even be downplaying it, but Brooklyn, she's just stepping up at the right time.
Oh, yeah, a little curled inside the foot into the near top corner over the wall. It was a spectacular free kick for Brooklyn Ryder.
Keys to victory for the Woodmore side coming in. Of course, the defense has been fantastic all season. Got to keep that stone wall going, and then some weighted passing to get past a tough Mansfield Christian defense.
Yeah, this defense has not allowed a whole lot of goals all season. Mansfield Christian having 7 shutouts. As an attacking standpoint going into this, you're going to want to break through with those through balls, break through with those 1v1s, any chance you can get to get a good scoring opportunity, because you know you're not going to get a lot of them, so you got to take advantage of the ones you are going to have.
And then for these Lady Flames coming into today to wrap up your Clearvent pregame show, a balanced attack. Of course, we've seen that this year compared to what we're seeing out of Woodmore with one player nearly at 50 goals, but everybody's starting to spread the love on the offensive side. You want to see it defensively, but especially when you want to try to score against this team. You got to have multiple threats.
Yeah, and Mansfield Christian has 4 players above 10 goals on the season. You have Reese Beckler and Marley Rader with 11 and 12 respectively, along with Ryan and Brooklyn with their 38 and 24 goals. So, you know, you just don't have one person up top to watch for. You got 4 or even 5 of them with the rest of the midfield as well in that equation.
In a district semifinal, I also saw this team I saw Crestview play against Woodmore, and what they were able to do against Kaylor, who was the spotlight for Woodmore, they were able to keep her in front of them, and they kept her goalless until about 5 minutes left in that match when it was already said and done at 6-0, and then she added on the last one. So maybe that's something you want to do, turn Kaylor into a false 9 today.
I do have a little insider information. I know Mansfield Christian will be attempting to man-mark Kaylor, I believe. We'll see if that changes. But, I mean, if you're Mansfield Christian, you definitely want to shut down the person about to reach 50 goals on the season.
Yeah, you don't want to get that here tonight, because that means you're going to have to make up some goals against a defense that hardly lets any through. So Clearvent pregame show is over, but hey, look at Clearvent right there on your scoreboard. They'll be there later on today as the Whitaker Myers scoreboard takes over for the first half. 40 minutes on the clock, both teams huddled up, ready to go, and we will get a chance to see number 3 take on number 7 here on the OH Report. Mansfield Christian coming in today as underdogs for the first time on this postseason run.
Yeah, not a lot of times this season Mansfield Christian has come into a game not being favored to win. And with both these teams being in the top 10 in Division 5, I wouldn't say there's a real mega favorite. However, Woodmore is ranked above Mansfield Christian, so Mansfield Christian does have a little bit of that underdog mentality going into this, and that is definitely something new for them. It would be interesting to see how they deal with that on this game tonight on a dark night here in Tiffin.
A beautiful venue, of course, here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Perfect view for us up in the booth. We're going to get you the best call as we can here, live and free on the OH Report. Want to give a shout-out also elsewhere, Ontario taking on Granville in another regional championship. Hattie Jugovic scored in that game to make it 1-0 in favor of Ontario as it sits right now. We'll keep updated on that. It's 2-0, thanks to Zach Holden, who's with us as well on the side. He's going to be our stat guy, kind of. I have that feeling. As we're underway today, and Woodmore will kick it up to midfield. And possession also going to be a big thing here today as we already see the Wildcats in a decent, threatening-looking position. Touch to the far side. And this will be crossed in, deflected away by the Flames.
Already a shot from Woodmore on the clock. I have noticed with these tournament games is there's not a lot of calm passing around the back possession, at least from the games I've seen. There's so much energy in the stadium and on the field that the players just want to go and they just want to get down to the goal as fast as they can. So more often than not, you end up with these long balls or these long kicks or clears from the back that just go end-to-end action for a good game tonight as we see a corner from Woodmore.
Low driven, headed up by Mansfield Christian, getting out of a threatening scenario there, but still something on for these Wildcats. Deflected out, Marlia Rader makes a nice tackle in there.
See this throw from Woodmore coming up. A lot of the times in the tournament you'll have some players that can absolutely wail on a throw to the back post. Not a back throw, as you see some players go down there in the box.
But a clearance by Mansfield Christian. And they will force Woodmore back for the moment, but still just trying to be persistent, pushing the ball up the field early on, getting into that attacking third with ease.
Mansfield Christian with their first little spell of possession here in the opening 2 minutes as it's given away there by Michelle Hope in the midfield.
High lofted ball that will get through the defense, but it will spill all the way back, and blocking it off nicely is that Mansfield Christian defense. We'll see a goal kick.
Haven Granter choosing not to come out there and try to claim that long through ball. There's kind of a tone you have to set as a goalkeeper early in the game. You either stay in your box or you come out really early to see, or kind of to set the energy for the rest of the game. As we'll see, both these keepers have not been tested a whole lot on the season, neither of them having over 80 saves, I do believe. Woodmore's keeper has 50, and Mansfield Christian's keeper has around 70. Haven Granter in the goal right now. So these keepers might be tested for a lot more than they're used to in these games.
Short kick from Haven Granter. Another ball lofted up. Flames have to take care of it. And we'll see if they can work some space. Ball ends up with Brooklyn Ryder, who kicks it up past the 50. And Anderson trying to get to the end of it. But the defense there yet again for Woodmore.
We see the middle being taken advantage of early in the game as most of the possession is taking place there. That's usually where most of the attacking prowess comes from in both of these teams, right from their middle. So I'm sure both the teams will be looking to shut down the other's opposing midfielders in the middle as quickly as they can and kind of assert their dominance over this midfield in Tiffin.
A couple of ping pong balls between two teams. Big collision. Running over to the ball now is Willow Lewis. Lewis looking in the direction of Kaylor. Mansfield Christian up to the task. And a touch to her left. Anderson puts some moves on as well. Looking for some support. She's got it.
For her teammates to get up the field. She would have had a 1v6 there had she decided to take it on her own.
So Anderson had it, just didn't really have too much support by the time she did get it. That defense for Woodmore that we talked about, that is going to be really hard to penetrate. Is able to get there and force a throw in for the Wildcats. This ball spilled high up in the air.
I mean, if you're a back line that's only allowed 6 goals per season, I'd assume you are quite compact in your blocking of these high-scoring strikers, which I'm sure Woodmore has gone against in the past in their season.
Lewis puts a ball in central, kicked up by the Flames. This will deflect off of a Wildcat, and Mansfield Christian will get a reset.
Brooklyn Ryder attempted a chop there, wasn't able to clean it. Wasn't able to get a clean chop, and now throw in from Mansfield Christian's Grace Tem.
And this ball will move up 20 yards down the field, but it is going to go the other way. I thought that last hit off of Woodmore, but we're going to continue on. Wildcat ball back to the Flames after another clearance.
Another thing about the Flames is they have quite a young squad out here. I think only one senior in at the moment in Grace Tem playing right back in the number 2. So this team not going to lose a whole lot of starting players on the season. Be interesting to see how they do in the future years with all this young talent.
Ball taken back to Addie Plesnick, who had an assist in a district semifinal that we got to see live and free here against Crestview. Here's a ball over the top opportunity, but Granter right there to scoop it up.
I'm not entirely sure if that was a shot or a cross. I'm sure would have worked as both if Woodmore striker had managed to get her foot on that ball.
Mansfield Christian right now just struggling to hold on to possession. They'll string a couple of passes together, and then they'll just quickly lose it. Here's the first foul of the game, as it looks like it was Grace Tem drawing that one. Quick free kick. Off to Ryder it goes.
Mansfield Christian haven't been able to maintain possession over the halfway line yet, and it's been all Woodmore on their side of the field. In this opening 6 minutes we've started on a wonderful night for regional final soccer.
Going back to Ryder, pokes it, and it hits off of a Wildcat. That's Taylor Hill that kind of took a shot to the shoulder. Another one up for Mansfield Christian. Starting to get to their attacking third, somewhere they haven't been yet today, as they move up 15 more yards down the field.
I think most of the game has been played with the ball in the hand, as we've seen about 8 or 9 throw-ins already in this game. You know, it's one thing in soccer games is a lot of teams they don't train throw-ins very often. I talked about this before. Some of the boys teams and a few of the girls teams, they have that one player that can absolutely whale a ball to the back post and just create basically a corner, as we see Mansfield Christian with their first attacking opportunity, Marley Rader on the right wing.
And they create a corner. So we'll get to see something here from the Flames. Another set piece. Brooklyn Ryder will take the corner.
Brooklyn Ryder on most free kicks and corners for the Flames. She's able to loft most of their corners right into the corridor of uncertainty. And looking to do that tonight in Woodmore's box.
4 in the box right now for Mansfield Christian. Lofted ball. No one gets there for Mansfield Christian. This will roll all the way out onto the track for a Woodmore throw. It was a good area. It just seemed like nobody was there for the Flames in the box.
A few runners in the box there. I saw Natalie Ricker trying to get ahead on that early on. Just a bit of a driven ball. And those are can be intimidating at times to try to get your noggin on one of those.
Flames back with possession until that hits off a chest down. It just seems like that's going to be the trend of this game. If Mansfield Christian wants to move up ahead of the field, it's going to have to be from just playing the sidelines well, getting a couple throw-ins, and executing from there.
Yeah, they mostly attacked on counterattacks, as we've seen recently in this game. Not a whole lot of slow, methodic possession play. As we see Marley Rader again on the right wing. It's her second chance she's had in that area, doing well to create chances for the Flames. Mansfield Christian having a little bit of nervous energy, I would assume, going into this game. This is the first time in school history they've made it to this point. They had never made it past districts in the previous years at this program.
Talked about counters for the Flames. Here could be one for Woodmore. Nice one touched to the center of the field, lofted up for Kaylor, and Kaylor stopped in her tracks. We'll see a foul. Not sure what was going on there, but ball's already thrown in, going the other way.
Both teams very quick to play the ball back in once it goes out of bounds or stops for a throw-in, trying to catch the other team off guard early on.
That must have been what the call was, because they played on, but it appeared the official made a call 5 seconds beforehand that the ball was out of bounds. So they did circle back, and that's what that stoppage was. Ball works around, back to Woodmore, far side. Cross in, easy for Mansfield Christian to get out.
Both teams using that right wing to their attacking prowess currently. We've seen almost every chance, I think, so far created on the right wings of the opposing teams.
Long ball looking for Kaylor. Has not had too many touches in this one so far. Kicked away.
Big foot there from the Flames just to kind of get out of danger and give them a little bit of time to breathe and reset. You don't get a lot of these games, a lot of breaks, and I'm sure most of the players will be completely winded by the end of this one. You don't see a lot of mega substitutions in tournament as you do in the normal season. Most teams looking to just keep their set starting 11.
Another throw for Woodmore. 10 minutes gone here in half number one. Still scoreless between two heavily offensive teams. Another throw in front of the student section that is well attended today for those Wildcats. Headed up in the box. Chance at a shot that is sailed right. Just didn't hit it cleanly on the volley.
Yeah, those bouncing balls, trying to strike it on the half volley when it's rising can be tough to hit. If you're not leaning forward, you end up leaning back. That's going to go over the bar more times than not. And it does so for the Woodmore attacker as Haven Granger gives away in the goal kick. Like a handball there on, not sure which team that was on.
High one here. Raider shoulders it down. Nice 50-50. Helps Mansfield Christian win it back. And it looks like there's a player down for Woodmore. And they're going to stop the clock for her. So Taylor Hill might have taken a shot as she went 50-50 with Ryder for a ball that sailed up in the air. And she quickly knew. She's trying to walk on it. Now she can't, and they're going to get the trainer out.
Junior forward being carried by her teammates off the field. She seems to be holding her ankle or knee. Can't quite tell from up here in the press box. She'll be carried off the field by the trainers.
So as they get her off the field, the substitution will be Ren Lewis.
And number 5, Willow Lewis.
And then Willow Lewis also comes in, so both of them. Ren was our player of the game when they beat Crestview a week or so ago.
Is that a sibling powerhouse? And
Absolutely.
The two Lewis sisters.
They both scored in that game.
That's quite the accomplishment for that family.
Free kick opportunity now. Running up to take it, Izzy Helmke, who I thought about making a player spotlight, but I mean you can't deny 48 goals. But Helmke has been just as good. She's gonna have a chance here, right on the 20.
Helmke leads Woodmore in assists for their team, I think, just below Kaylor.
She'll take a shot here off the crossbar. Seems like Granter kind of had it covered, but that was a good-looking shot from Helmke.
Was that tipped by Haven Granter on that free kick?
No, I think it just hit straight off the bar.
Great attempt from Woodmore's number 9. Just a little inside the foot curler to the near post. Similar to Brooklyn Riders' goal, a little bit farther out. And those can be tough to score just because the keeper has so much time to read what the ball is going to do. It's got to be placed absolutely perfectly, and that was pretty close.
Tim gets it out of danger. Another high leg. Got to be careful there, as it looked like Kaylor may have taken a shot. She's down in the box, but Woodmore still on the attack. Lofted ball headed up. Still something here. As it remains in the box, still needs cleared away. And now it will, but still some work to do. Raider up the field, finds Ryder, or finds Anderson. She's dispossessed. Other ball in, kicked out. And Raider sneaks in. Final initial clearance, and that whole mess in the attacking third ended for now. Looking to add some more pressure.
There's a solid 3 minutes of scrappiness and attempted clearances we saw there, as I think these teams are just desperate to get the ball as far away from their 18-yard box as possible. So we see stoppage of play for
Kelsey Kaylor. She, I think, got a knee or maybe even a foot to the face, and she's going to have to go off and kind of catch her bearings. I'm not sure if maybe she could be bleeding or something, but
that is one con of being such a standout player for your team is if you play against certain teams, they're going to be looking to hinder you in any way possible, and unfortunately that can sometimes result to injuries, although I'm not sure that one was completely intentional. I suppose that is a strategy if you're playing against a team with such a player, is just to get them out of commission. It's not the most respectable strategy, but
I don't think it's the approach here either. I think it was just a leg up.
Don't think that was intentional from the Flames, as we do see a bit of an attack coming from Anderson. Cleared off her back.
And now it's pushed up. Opportunity, Raider getting close. Probably the biggest threat today from either side. It is scooped up, however, by that goalkeeper. As I believe it's Abby Schmeltz, who's the goalkeeper for Woodmore.
It's headed back there by the defender. She didn't quite get the power on the flick as she wanted. As a goalkeeper, those moments where your defender tries to pass back to you and doesn't put a lot on it, that's just a heart attack waiting to happen.
Giveaway in a nice spot. Ryder pokes it up again. Whiff on a clearance. This defense that we've talked about has missed a couple of their swings on these clearances early in this one.
It was Hesselbart with the attempted clearance there. The Wildcats able to clear it out on the second attempt as it's played down to the corner on the Flame side for a goal kick, I believe the third of the match.
So far, the pace has been quick for Mansfield Christian. They've run out, gotten the ball, and just wanted to play it as soon as they can, just trying to catch Woodmore off guard, as this actually deflects off of a Flame.
Off the back of Lydia McFadden into the box. Wildcats tried to shoot, was blocked. It's bouncing around around the 15-yard line.
And now it's taken out over to the 25. Light press out of the Flames. Lofted kick. This will roll out.
Flames back line has had a lot to do, although the Wildcats have not been able to get too many dangerous opportunities. Have they managed a shot on target in this game yet?
I don't think either of them have.
Neither team able to find.
Here's one that attempted to go on goal, and Granter lets it go. She touched it, but she touched it while it was out of bounds.
The nylon between the posts has stayed pretty stationary as we see it's scoreless for the first 15 minutes of this match.
Checking in for Woodmore, number 23, Kelsey Kaylor.
So Kaylor, after taking a shot earlier to the face area, she's all right. She's already back in the game. Number 23 in white, that's the player to watch if you're Woodmore. As here she is with some open space in the box. Right away, able to be dispossessed. This will deflect off of the Wildcats, and that'll be a goal kick. So Kaylor, probably her best opportunity right there. Just touch let her down, and she's a player that has been a star all 4 years. Of course, last year didn't play at all. She had an injury to her right leg. That's why you see the brace on her. But in her sophomore season, scored 40 goals this year, approaching 50. She's been there every single year that she's been available. She's been able to step up as Anderson takes it the other way for Mansfield Christian.
Being able to come back from an injury like that, especially a season-ending injury, that is quite the motivator from Kaylor there.
And it's also impressive that she's able to keep this high quality of play up with that hindrance.
Definitely, I believe brace looks like it should be an ACL or an MCL injury from the style of the brace. Not entirely sure what the exact injury is. Either way, is very impressive to come back from that level of an injury, as those can take you out from 6 to 9 months at a time, and you got to build up all that muscle mass back that you've lost in those months of off season.
Throw over the defense of Woodmore. They're just forced to clear this up around the 15. We'll see another flame throw.
Different from a flamethrower. We see Reese Beckler attempting to head that one into the box.
Beckler was one of the heroes last game, as she puts this central, and there's a bump in the box, and is this going to be a penalty? No, it's not going to be a penalty. It's just outside. The lines are messing with me here, but in that semicircle, it's a great opportunity for Mansfield Christian.
This could be dangerous as we see Brooklyn Ryder stepping up. We've seen her deliver before, and I'm sure this Flames crowd is anxious to see it again. The referee walks his 10 yards to march off the wall.
I mean, that is as close as you can get.
Just about on the line.
Yeah. That's Brooklyn Ryder is set to take this kick right outside the 18-yard box. Scored a goal like this in a district semifinal. Takes a shot here right at the keeper, and it's kept out by Schmeltz.
Great save from Schmeltz there, able to keep that in her grasp. A drop like that in the 6-yard box can be a career ender. As we saw against Mansfield Christian's previous opponent, keeper spilled it in the 6-yard box, and then a defender actually cleared it off the keeper. It fell to Reese Beckler, who stuck it in to make it 2-0.
And that was probably in the scouting report for Mansfield Christian on Woodmore's side, is you don't want to get them set pieces because that's where they're deadly.
Yeah, and avoiding those fouls can be tricky because you got to choose between which is more dangerous, a free kick from outside the box or a potential through ball that can lead to a 1v1 with the keeper, and those split-second decisions can be hard to make. And I'm sure some of the Flames are arguing for a penalty with that one. That was, as we said before, extremely close to being inside the box. And those can, honestly, those 18-yard or free kicks can be quite tough to get on target, as you got to get it up and down over the wall in a very tight space. We see Woodmore on the right wing again, not able to get it through.
Flames played off of a Wildcat. 3 substitutions will come in for Mansfield Christian. It's like Avery Johnson, Zoe Leonard, and Morgan Beasley.
That is 2 seniors and a freshman coming in for the Flames.
Yeah, no, 2 seniors and a junior.
And a junior.
Yeah,
Apologies.
I was wondering what freshman's getting time here in a regional semifinal.
There's a few on the Flames bench. I believe Rylan Neal, she's not come in yet. She's on their roster on the bench. Maybe one more. Woodmore has had a sophomore, and I know she came in for Kaylor when she had that head injury.
Ball played up. Anderson will take it from here. She'll loft one through, looking for the newly installed Avery Johnson. She's able to keep the pressure up, force a throw in.
Both teams content to just clear it out the side instead of trying to make that tough turn and clear it up the field. Neither team been able to create too many chances off those throw-ins on the wings. We see Michelle Hope with a bit of a missed pass. That'll be a Wildcats throw.
So halfway through, basically, this first half here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium at Tiffin. Mansfield Christian, number 7 team in D5, taking on number 3 in Woodmore. You're seeing it here live and free on the OH Port. Jonathan Langdon alongside Grady Heichel. Camera operator tonight, Christian. Bracing the weather today. Might have to go run and get him a coat for the second half because he didn't seem to bring too many layers out there.
That's rough on the fingers,
I actually got a blanket for him if he's willing to cover up with the blanket. That might help him a bit.
We see a lot of blankets here in the crowd and on the benches from both teams trying to stay warm, waiting for that opportunity to go in. Not a lot of gloves. I'm not seeing gloves or neck warmers or even or hats or long. Some people braving the weather in short sleeves.
I think we're going to
today.
see a mass exodus to the cars at the end of the half. That's what's going to happen here.
And I would not blame anybody.
Long throw in from the Lady Wildcats. Ball still being fought for around midfield. And that'll be deflected, or no deflection. That'll just be taken out. Flames throw it up ahead. And it looks like they're going to halt things because there is a sub coming in. And back to the game, Brooklyn Ryder.
Both teams kind of have that like frantic, almost rabid energy just to get that block in or that foot in to stop a pass, even when it's nowhere near the goal. That type of energy, that type of movement comes with these final 8 games. I mean, it comes with all the tournaments, but especially once you get to these last couple games here when you barely have anybody left in the entire state and you just want to be that team to go on.
I mean, it's vindication. These teams are elite. They're in the Elite 8. They know that they're good. They know that they want to set the tempo. They've done it all season long. They've been dominant against other teams, but now you get to the cream of the crop. And I'm not saying game plans have to change, but there's going to be a rude awakening sometimes with how you try to play and what's not going to work against teams like this.
Have to have a strong mentality to come back from being behind in these games. Both players playing for that desired spot in the Final Four, getting that state Final Four plaque for their school. I know that was at least the main motivator for my own team last year when we had the chance to make it. Unfortunately, not able to make it, lost at this very field.
Yeah. Is it bittersweet coming back here?
I will say it was a little bit, I mean, just on the drive here, seeing all the scenery or lack thereof, it's quite a drive through the middle of nowhere to get here from Mansfield.
I'll tell you what, the turf here is making these balls skid way more than usual. Is that something you remember from last year?
Yeah, this turf is renowned as being not the most smooth as the tournament field goes, and that adds just that little extra factor as maybe a ball bounces over a foot or a hand to get somewhere. And from a goalkeeper's perspective, not the most pleasant to dive on. A little bit rough on the shoulders, the Tiffin Columbian turf.
I got to watch a couple days ago, I believe it was on Tuesday, when we were in Marysville to watch Clear Fork Soccer. They played against Wyoming out of Cincinnati. It was a rough game for them. Wyoming, top team in the state in that division, but they played at Marysville, and they actually have a full regulation-size field on their football field. So it was the first time that either of those teams got to play. It's not that case here, as I'll hold on this point for a moment because it looks like Mansfield Christian might be putting something together.
We see Anderson and Ryder combining a little bit in the middle there, that dangerous duo coming from the top goal scorer and assister from both of them. Both of them are top 2 in those respective categories.
And this will be cleared away. But back to my point, it was raining that day, and the amount that the ball was skidding on the turf there at Marysville, it's not – I think it's more than what we're seeing today, but it's perfect condition for soccer tonight. So it's just the fact of the field. But that's kind of what you sign up for here in high school soccer, and where it ends up being turf most of the time, and just so you can get the games in case any weather shows up.
Natalie Whitaker able to clear that one out. You know, you see very few completely full soccer fields. You know, usually it's multi-sport fields, as we see with Tiffin Columbia. And I know
here's a shot over towards Granter, easily scooped up.
First shot on target of the night for either team, I do believe, coming from the Woodmore Wildcats. But very few teams have their own soccer turf field. I know Highland Hawks have one. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. I know Lexington Minutemen have their own grass pitch, as well as the Flames. Not sure what Woodmore's home field is, if it is turf or grass.
Is Madison's regulation size?
I'm not entirely sure. It might. It might be. You know, they have their own grass field. I actually played on the football field this year. Forgot to wear long pants. Had a little bit of a rough time on there with the turf burns. I'm sure some of these players are struggling with that same issue tonight, especially in the cold weather. Those can really burn.
Look at this hold up from Kaylor. That'll win a throw for Mansfield Christian.
Bodying Michelle Hope off the ball. They're holding off 2 players, trying to shield the ball out of bounds.
Ball dances to the 20. Some space here to work for Camille Strong, who is looking down the field for that top goal scorer. Kaylor, one-on-one, gets tripped up. Great defense by the Flames. It continues here in the first half.
Natalie Ricker has been incredibly solid in that center back position, able to shut down Woodmore Wildcats so far, putting Kaylor on the floor with that challenge. As we see through ball there, able to be cleared out by the Wildcats, number 4.
Looks like Johnson will run up and try to take it quickly. She bobbled it a few times, but eventually got there.
Cold hands in this weather. Tough to grab the ball. Great move there from the Wildcats to get out of danger.
Tried to weight that over to Kaylor. Good poke in. Nice turn from Kaylor. Gets past the initial marker. Plays a ball through. That does fall in. Big collision, no foul call, and now it's going to be made. They'll call it on Woodmore.
There's a big body there from the Woodmore Wildcats. That was
Helmke, yeah.
Helmke putting Mansfield Christian center back on the floor trying to get to that ball. There's that Elite Eight energy I was talking about earlier, just that want to get to that ball.
Great crowd here tonight from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Mansfield Christian fans have come out deep in numbers. You could say the same Woodmore, mostly on the other side of the field. One thing I will say, though, in this press box, like, I'm used to hearing them quite a bit, but this is a nice press box, and all these windows closed in. I can hardly tell they're down there. But it's not on the fans. It's just weird hearing myself this loud. Here's a shot on goal and a nice save by Granter.
Great save from Haven Granter.
Yes.
Keeping it in her grasp, diving down to her left side. Able to catch that one. Pinned it under her forearm. Thought it might sneak under on that.
Denies Willow Lewis a goal.
It was a great opportunity. Probably the best of the game so far from any team. That coming from Lewis from the Wildcats.
Ryder tries to play one through. Good defense, however. Taken in by Plesnik. Plays it up to Lewis. Flames right there on the ball. And that'll be kicked out right around the 45.
A huge sigh of relief, I'm sure, just went through the Flames crowd as Haven was able to catch that one. Had that spilled out, would have been quite the scramble to clear that one out of there. On turf especially, if you miss a ball, either an attacker or a goalkeeper, the ball just moves so fast and really doesn't stop. If you have a rolling ball on this turf field, I mean, it's just going to keep rolling as long as it can. You see Wildcats with another opportunity.
Looks like a flag's going to be up here. Shot's in. It's a goal, but there is a flag offsides as Kaylor had a heavy touch, and I believe it was the other player that was already way off at the point. We'll try to show it again, but you'll see here. Yeah, easy call.
Doesn't appear the Flames back line know it was offsides quite yet. I think they're figuring it out now. Haven Granter was on the floor getting comforted by her teammates when they realized that the goal was offside. And another sigh of relief, I'm sure, just went through the Flames crowd, and a sigh of disappointment through the Wildcats. That is unlucky from the Wildcats. Just slightly offside by...
I don't think slightly is the word for it. It was pretty clear.
Yeah, actually,
a couple yards.
That's a good point. A few yards offsides from the Wildcats there.
Far side work, cross close to the box, hits the side netting. Granter looked to be ready for it.
Do not have the advantage of VAR, virtual assistant referee, in high school leagues yet. That hasn't been added from the OHSAA. I'm sure that'd be quite the big add to the budget if that was going to be added. So we're just going off the eyeballs of these referees. You know, one thing, I like playing all positions in this sport, would not like to be a referee.
I think that goes for all sports. I respect all of them that get out there and put themselves in this position to really help the game. And then also, there's 5 of them tonight for a regional. It's usually 4. They've got an extra one for the regional tournament.
It's a bit of a thankless job. I mean, either way you call it, there's going to be a team disappointed.
And a lot of times, sometimes both of the teams come out disappointed, as this will be cleared out. Woodmore around the 5 will throw this in.
If that was Natalie Ricker again, able to win that. I can tell from here. Took it past an attacker on the defensive side before she was able to clear it out the side. Touch to the left. Woodmore dominating the attack in this last half of the first half we see here. Created most, if not all, of the chances.
8 minutes to go. Poked back. Lewis takes a shot towards goal. It's in.
What a screamer from the Wildcats off the top of the crossbar. Didn't even hit the back of the net from about 30 yards out, maybe 35.
Willow Lewis scores it.
And
yet
that
again
is a career goal for Willow Lewis. Miles out.
High ball. Granter probably lost it in the lights just from the angle of the shot, and that's going to make it 1-0. Woodmore, in what has been a very even game up until this goal, takes that edge.
Willow Lewis's 7th career goal on the season, and what a goal it was. Score that kind of caliber of goal in an Elite 8 match is an incredible highlight for one to take home. I'm sure I would be replaying that one for the next year of my life. Yeah, forever probably.
Flames trail by 1. They're already on the surge. They force a clear out. Attacking third, they'll sit here as some players in red move up the field.
Reminded me of 2008 Postgame winner from Ronaldo. About the same distance. And that one, it didn't have a whole lot of arch to it. It was driven quite hard, flying into that top left corner. Flames will be anxious to bounce back.
Ryder kind of wanted to do something similar. She ended up getting blocked by Kaylor.
Mansfield Christian throw-in.
Long ball thrown in by Hope and taken out by the Wildcats. 7 minutes to go here in half number 1. If you missed it just a few moments ago, saw a goal from Willow Lewis break this tie. Wildcats back with Kaylor. Tried to spin away. Good defense. Michelle Hope yet again, as she has been man-marking Kaylor all game long. She has to catch up here after the throw-in. Lefty cross in the box, centralized, and that's taken out.
Be interesting to see how the Flames react as we see another shot from Woodmore Wildcats wide left.
Goal kick for Mansfield Christian.
Be interesting to see how the Flames react to being scored on. Really shows kind of how deep the level of mentality goes in the team, seeing how they react to being scored on. They have the entire second half to come back, but Woodmore has been bringing the energy off that one goal.
Great touch from Anderson. Plays it to the middle. Looking for the give and go. Then Ryder decides to try to go towards Raider. Can't connect there. Big collision. Still with the Wildcats. Now all the way through wide open is Kaylor. Great opportunity for the Wildcats. Stops on a dime. And now 2 collapse in on her.
Kaylor is being double, if not triple teamed every time she stops with the ball anywhere near the attacking third. Be McFadden playing out to the right.
Ryder keeps it in, then it ends up hitting off Raider. 5.5 to go here in half number 1. It is 1-0 Woodmore.
Number 1, Bailey Medjit.
Woodmore bringing a new level of intensity we haven't seen from them in this half as they trying to build off that high of the goal.
Taken back. Wall up play by Emma Hahn. Still trying to get past McFadden. Couldn't quite do it. Looked like there was a potential chance for a counter, but now it's going to be taken back. Kicked up field. Just not really too much rhythm on both sides to really build anything up. Another high ball.
Another high ball.
Back to back. And Kaylor shoulders it down. Just a consistent fight here these last 30 seconds. And now it will be a Wildcat throw-in.
Sure, screams of settle it have been resounding through the stadium from both teams' coaches. no added time in high school soccer. As we see, there probably would be a decent amount added on to the end of this one from the amount of injuries and throw-ins we've had. But once that clock hits 0, play is stopped.
Ooh, Anderson hits the deck.
No foul, says the referee.
Meggett kicks it up. Couple of deflections. Still something here for the Wildcats. Flames collapse. Launch it near side. And Raider will watch it go.
Woodmore throw-in.
Meggett cannot keep it in.
Leading goal kick for Mansfield Christian.
So Granter will set this down. 3 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. Of course, just here in the first half. Just want to make things simpler on you if you're heading into the locker rooms. Don't allow a late one. Make it 2-0.
That's one of the worst times to get scored on, is right at the end of a half or right at the beginning of a half, just because it kind of sets the tone. Being at the end of the half, you do not have time to.
And then you get a little bit more brutal of a talk in the locker room as well.
Definitely. Been on the receiving end of a few of those lately. Good chop turn there from Ryder.
She launches this up over towards Raider, but that defense has been stout all half long. They show it off again as Helmke sends it to the middle.
Ryder to Raider combo has been used pretty frequently, but the Wildcats have been able to shut it down as we see another chance.
Kaylor takes the shot, misses wide left.
The left-footed volley attempt from Kaylor there, right around the top of the box.
She had probably the best look of the day for herself and just could not take it goalwards.
I have noticed even when she hasn't had the ball on her feet, she's been making runs, trying to drag the defense out of position or create space for herself to receive a ball.
Another stop turn. Raider nearly able to get there before a collapsing Travis. Still an opportunity. Ball nicely weighted through. Beckler looking to take a shot easily. However, it looks like Schmeltz is able to scoop it up with ease.
Schmeltz has been having a great game. I don't think she's dropped one of these shots yet. We see Ryder and Anderson combining again.
Another win up the field.
Flames have not been put out this half yet as they're trying their best to gain back that 1-goal advantage the Wildcats have over them. Wildcats desperate to keep it a clean sheet for themselves. Would be the 12th on the season for the Wildcats.
Beckler up the middle of the field now. Anderson going to the left wing. They'll go right side instead. Raiders got a lot of room to make up. And this will be kicked out for a very deep throw. So 47 seconds left and counting. There's still an opportunity here for the Flames.
Split the defense well, but would have needed to see quite the explosive acceleration from Raider to get on the end of that one. Coming into our last 38 seconds on the clock. Down in the Flames attacking third.
Put some extra time on the clock, too.
45 seconds. Flames will be desperate to try to make this one up in the last minute.
Attempted high ball. This will bounce right back to where they were.
This is where you want that Rory DeLapp, professional soccer player, had quite the throw on him. This is where you want that kind of athlete that can just whale it. Neither team has one. Though Woodmore does have a thrower. I've been taking a few of them. Can get it decently into the box.
This one headed down. Really tight, congested play here. Final 20 seconds left. This shot driven through, and easy scoop again for Schmeltz. 10 seconds to go. We'll see if they take their time. Maybe content with a trip to the locker rooms and a 1-0 lead. It's finally kicked up. This will stay in the air until zeros hit the clock. Ovation on both sides. It was a well-played first half, but Mansfield Christian trails it 1-0 here against Woodmore. Live and free on the OH Report. We'll have your halftime show next.
Feel like I should.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
We sit in halftime, score 1-0 in favor of Woodmore in this regional championship in Division 5. Want to take a second to thank our sponsors bringing you tonight's live and free coverage. Shout out to Whitaker Myers Insurance, locally owned financial planner that boasts the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. Shout out also to Clear Vent, Air Duct HVAC, and Industrial Cleaning. Mention you heard us on the OH board for 15% off on your next duct cleaning at Clear Vent. Shout out also to Mansfield Christian School. Experience the embrace of a learning community that cherishes your child's growth in spiritual and academic development at Mansfield Christian School. And another shout out to Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Score sits 1-0 here in favor of Woodmore as number 3 team in Division 5 leads number 6 team Mansfield Christian by a goal to nothing. We'll take a break and one more time come back with the rest of your halftime show here on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it, right?
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
And it's time for your halftime show presented by Clear Vent here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Just about set for this second half. 1-0 in favor of Woodmore. Let's go ahead and pull up that goal from not too long ago. Give you another look at it here. This is what has been the difference so far. Willow Lewis taking a big shot all the way to that upper 90 corner near side, and she breaks the deadlock.
Yeah, quite the finish. First time for about 35 yards out, off the crossbar, not even hitting the back of the net. So we've just actually kicked off here in Tiffin. The Woodmore Wildcats leading 1-0 and have had, I would say, most of the shots in this game so far, at least on target.
We mentioned earlier that we thought we would see people walk out to their cars, get some gloves, get some blankets. I see some blankets coming out, and I think I just saw somebody walk up with some gloves. So we are kind of correct in that aspect, that everybody's starting to bundle up here because this could be a nice finish if the Flames can start to build some offense. Anderson collapsed on by 2 Lady Wildcats. And you kind of mentioned it, or just with the tone of voice, that the halftime in soccer is not very long. I believe it's 10 minutes just put on the clock. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, you barely have time to get a drink and get new tactics from your coach, and then you're already back out there. So coaches got to keep it snappy on the halftime talk. But it's just enough time to reset mentally and reset physically. Not enough time to get back into like the lull of pregame.
See a corner here from Woodmore, live and free on the OH Report. Jonathan Langdon, Grady Heichel. Low-driven ball, first headed out by those Flames. Raider trying to get around the defense. Good job, however, by Emma Hahn to make up some ground, help out. Early cross, look in the direction of Kaylor. Punch down.
It seems to have been the Wildcats' main focal point of attack is this kind of early bending crosses either through the middle or through the outside. Just try to land them at the feet of their attackers. I believe they're playing a 4-4-2 formation from what I've seen. Right now they're in a two-back as we get a rolling ball across the 6-yard box.
Took a long time for somebody to touch that thing, but it does cross into the entire face of goal, and it is cleared out. So that was a unique one here to start the second half. Already 2 minutes in.
Don't think you'll be hearing many happy noises from either coach on that specific play. Took about 3 seconds for somebody to get a foot on that one once it was crossed in.
Turn, Kaylor, shot off the post, rebound, not going to be there for Woodmore. As Mansfield Christian did a good job responding after that, hit the cross or hit the post. That's a great opportunity missed by Woodmore.
Great rip from Kaylor. Just turning the defender, ripping a right foot shot off the woodwork. Had some power on that one too.
Space up the middle. Riley Hesselbart takes one towards goal. Good job by Granter to kind of back away and let that take a bounce before picking it up. Because you never know. Those wicked spins that the ball can get could go any which way.
Great touch there for number 4 to bring that down from the punt.
Looking for Marley Raider. Gets herself on the ball. Passes it through the legs of Anderson. Wildcats, could there be a counter here? Lofted up, kneed down by the Flames with Arlena McCrae. McFadden, heavy touch to the midfield, kicked up ahead. Kaylor's got a lot of space to try and run up on this ball. And that'll go off of her.
Just got word from the Ontario-Granville match. It has ended in overtime. Granville take it 3-2.
It's a rough result for Ontario as they fall a little earlier than some people expected. And those Blue Aces must have bounced back tremendously since the game we saw them play against Clear Fork. I believe they won, or they lost either 6-4, 6-2. It was a high-scoring game, but taking down a team like Ontario in overtime, it's some good progression that you see out of Granville over the season. You go from losing to Clear Fork to taking down another team in Richland County that many argue was even better in Ontario.
Yeah, we see the end of the award and stat-adorned players, Hattie Yukovic and Addie Pittman, with that being their last game they'll play for Ontario.
And that means, folks, Mansfield Christian, the last team standing here in our OH Report area, as they're looking to try to make a goal back here against Woodmore.
Woodmore been on the attack early in this opening 5 minutes of the second half. One off the post already and a few more blocked. So we see a good turn there from number 24, Ryan Anderson, just trying to take it herself down the field. Beats 2 or 3, ends up losing the ball.
Starting to see physicality near side as both teams are just really trying to build something up. Kaylor takes his touch, looking to the left foot. Defender tailing, passes it away. 1-2, low cross, driven in. Still something left. Top of the 18, shot. Granter scoops it up.
Another good save from Haven Granter. Again, catching it, not letting it out of her hands. And another good attack from the Wildcats.
Looks like it was Hesselbart, number 19 in white, that took the shot right at the top of the 18.
Wildcats have had a lot of different players with shots. It's not been a one-man show from Kaylor, as many expected it to be. She's definitely had an impact with that one off the post we saw earlier, and she was the one that started that attack with that through ball.
Ooh, big shot right on a clearance that went right to the chest of a Wildcat.
Knocked the
and it
wind
looks
out
like
of it.
now we're going to stop play as Hesselbart, just winded out.
The junior midfielder just trying to get her breath back from that. I'm sure a cold ball to the chest in this weather does not feel the greatest. The wheezing breath you get when you get hit in the chest.
But touching back in on Ontario, they bow out, number 12 team in the state, to an unranked Granville squad, and that leaves Mansfield Christian as our only soccer team left on our OH Report schedule. So if they win, come back and win here tonight, we'll get to follow them to the state tournament. But also, this is still a drought for Richland County teams that have not made it to a state tournament in soccer in quite some time. It's been a long time. Ever since I started working for the OH Report 3 years ago, I can't think of a team that made it out to Columbus.
I'm not entirely sure when the last state team, Madison Girls.
Yeah, Taylor Huff is the last time.
Yeah.
That was right around 2019, 2020.
Taylor Huff now playing professionally.
She's looking great professionally,
soccer.
too, as well.
Yes.
Corner won by Mansfield Christian. Maybe an opportunity here.
Mansfield Christian's first real attacking chance in the second half, taken short by Brooklyn Ryder out to Reese Beckler.
Beckler trying to turn the corner and a heavy touch. Missed opportunity from these Flames.
That is rough when you get so few chances in these games. Just pulling out of bounds like that.
So it'll be sent out by the Wildcats. But for us here at the OH Report, we also got to call a bunch of volleyball games today, and we've actually got, I was trying to, as we were progressing along, we had some big attacks, but we had four teams win regional championships today, so we'll get to follow all four of them into the postseason, or into the state tournament next week in Dayton. Shout out to Marion Pleasant, along with Monroeville and Buckeye Valley and Tiffin Calvert. All four of them making their way over to state tournament next week. Turn outside of the box. Mansfield Christian trying to get back into an attacking position. So be back to a Flame.
It's a Cruyff turn attempt there from, I believe that was Michelle Hope. Nearly took it past three players. Blocked, and now we will have a Wildcats throw going the other way.
30 minutes left. Still 1-0. Willow Lewis's goal in the first half is the difference maker. And it was a screamer from about 35, well, I guess you got to add in the end zone, 45 yards out. Basically center of the field, just booted that up and found the top left corner.
First time as well she struck that. Did not really have a run-up either. It
No.
was, I mean, basically stationary to generate that kind of power from that lack of momentum is quite impressive as we see Mansfield Christian taking their first goal kick of this half on the chance there from the Wildcats.
Granter looking to get this upfield. She'll go short instead. Allow her teammates to get it up themselves. Couple deflections, back with the Wildcats, now back and forth. Woodmore right around the 15, gives it away again. Anderson, some hold-up play, trying to make the turn. Defense comes in to help.
Neither team's able to maintain possession until the Wildcats take it, and a nutmeg there on Anna Tucker from number 5 goal scorer Willow Lewis going out of bounds.
Valerie Carricks Launches this one up. Cleared. Willow Lewis in the area. Another high ball. A couple whiffs on some sendaways. Just a lot of mumbo jumbo right now. It's finally cleared out.
That's a good way to describe most of the 50-50s balls, 50-50 balls we've had in this game. Just bodies flying everywhere, foots flying everywhere, trying to clear that ball as far out.
And you're going to see that more as the game goes on because it's starting to turn into desperation mode for Mansfield Christian because their season ends if they don't get another goal in the next 29 minutes.
That's a mentality you don't want to have being down is just having that tunnel vision on the scoreboard and the time. Because if you become goal hungry and you become we got to go right now, like get it out of the box, then you're more prone to making those mistakes that could lead to a goal. As we see a
Lewis,
lofted ball.
high ball. Kaylor finishes it off.
Flag stays down. 2-0 for the Wildcats as Kaylor gets her 49th goal on the season off of a fantastic through ball.
And this is exactly like the shot that Willow Lewis had for a goal, except this time it's a lofted through ball, and it's beautifully finished by Kelsey Kaylor to make it 2-0. And Woodmore in business now. So Lewis now a goal and an assist after that.
Increasing the deficit.
And I swear, I just talked to her a couple weeks ago. We're going to have to bring her back up for an MVP interview.
Given away there by the Flames off the kickoff.
Looking for Kaylor up ahead.
Woodmore hungry for another goal. Good touch there from Ricker. Very controlled out the back to find Ryder. And 2-0 is called the most dangerous scoreline in soccer. Just because if the other team gets a little bit, cocky, a little bit feeling themselves, they can leave, as we just saw Ontario do it against Granville, lose their composure. As we see the Flames with the first opportunity.
This ball spilled. Defense has to help out a bit, and they do. We'll see a deflection on the clearance, and it'll be a corner.
Will be a corner kick for
Mansfield Christian, their second corner, and they're going to go quickly. Ball sitting around in the box, not able to find an Origi around.
Flames not giving up yet. We saw a good chance there that was dropped off the cross from the Wildcats goalkeeper.
Woodmore wins a throw right around midfield.
Woodmore choosing not to settle back off that 2-0. Still driving forward, hoping to get another goal.
You can see Coach Jesse Ryder barking out orders for this crew as they find themselves down 2-0. Foul here will be won by, looks like Marlita Rader. Is able to draw some contact.
There's a couple of ways you can approach going down like that. One of the options is to stop the man marking and just settle into a normal formation. Well, it seems as Michelle Hope has still been on her job of marking up the Wildcats' top scorer of the season.
A couple headers traded between both sides. Kaylor trying to get past. Leaves it off for a teammate. This shot saved. Spill it again, and now we'll see a foul, as it looked like.
Even Granter had it in her hands.
Yeah, and Meggett knocked it out. Or no, Meggett took the shot, and then it looks like on the rebound it was Hesselbart who tried to pry it out, and she'll be called for the foul.
Flames dealing with an incredible amount of energy and pressure from this Wildcats offense. They've had at least 3 or 4 very dangerous goal-scoring opportunities in the second half.
Can Woodmore continue to pile on? Another one into Kaylor. She's looking now for goal number 50, so she's going to be even more hungry in these next 25 minutes. She's sitting in the box still, man marked, as you said, by Michelle Hope.
Throw taken by number 4, Valerie Curez, with definitely the most noticeable pair of boots out on the field today.
There goes Anderson.
Anderson on the counter.
Probably the best base she's seen today. Tries to switch field, passes too short as she was looking for Ryder on the opposite side.
Not enough juice on that one to switch it.
A trip up and a foul. That'll go on Meggett.
Foul on the play will be a free kick for Mansfield Christian.
McFadden to take the free kick, sophomore captain.
So a lot of bodies for Woodmore compared to what we're seeing out of Mansfield Christian up ahead, and that's why right there they played it short.
Looking to build out the back. Michelle Hope losing the ball off of a quick attack from Riley Hesselbart. Got to that one quick. As they are not looking to concede and lose their clean sheet tonight. We see a quarter of an hour left on the clock as we see a counterattack.
Kaylor trying to poke through that defense, not letting her through. And Flames, good block up as Meggett hits the deck, and we'll see a throw in for Mansfield Christian. McFadden with time.
Woodmore throw.
Dispossessed, McRae gives it back.
Woodmore has been bringing the heavy press this half, not letting Mansfield have any space to breathe or do what they want with the ball. Just been closing them down as quick as possible. Make them react instead of being able to think.
Looks like Meggett gonna come off. Substitution coming in. And Willow Lewis returns after a nice little break following her assist. Look back to Karras. Karras marked by Raider. Some hold-up play here, and she'll try to deflect it off Marlia, but some nice moves. Able to win some space for the moment, and this will go deflected back, but that's a nice play from Marlia.
Good shielding and then a little drag back touch past the Wildcats. Unable to make anything of it. We'll have a Wildcats throw going the other way.
Woodmore throw in.
Most of the action this half has been right on the sideline closest to the camera. Anderson with another counterattack. It's 2v5 as the Flames try to create some attacking chance.
Yeah, the work to the near side. We appreciate that up here. Easier to read some numbers.
I'm sure the players had that in mind when they're playing on this side. You know, making it easy for the OH port. Come back out to Kaylor. 3v1. She has a front on the left wing. We'll play through ball to them, intercepted by Natalie Ricker. Both teams looking to just go immediately, even if they don't have the numbers. We see Brooklyn Ryder there playing a ball into another 2v5 from the Flames.
Headed up by Beckler. Kaylor walling up, trying to get through. Some nice contact from Hope. That'll trigger a foul.
Good shielding there from Kaylor to draw the foul, not letting Michelle Hope get anywhere close to the ball. I think the fatigue is setting in this game as the transitions between both teams are getting slower and slower, and that gap between the forward and the back line is just growing bigger, creating that hole in the midfield.
Low-driven ball. This will sneak through. Looks like it was going to be off of Woodmore. Goal kick. 21 minutes left here in half number 2. It is 2-0 in favor of these Lady Wildcats from Woodmore, number 3 team in the state. Taking care of business here thus far. Willow Lewis scored in the first half. Not too long ago, we saw a goal, the 49th of the year, from Kelsey Kaylor.
Flames would need quite the comeback to come back now. And if they did manage it, they would need to score a third of the amount of goals that have been scored on this Woodmore backline all season in the next 20 minutes or so. to make it even.
However, we did see Woodmore give up 2 goals against Archbold in a regional semi. That went to overtime, where the Wildcats were able to score in those overtime periods to make it a golden goal.
I believe Jesse Ryder was expecting Archbold to win that game from a talk I had with him earlier this week.
But Woodmore stands here, and they lead it by 2, so Mansfield Christian trying to edge back in. This pass deflected.
And now we get to the last 20 minutes of these final games. And, I mean, we're seeing it already. It is just kick it and go and run as hard as you can. Hope you can win that ball.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's probably going to be running on adrenaline at this point, especially on Mansfield Christian's end, just with the lead that they have to overcome, or the deficit they have to overcome.
Not insurmountable, as the Flames have been averaging around, I believe, 6 goals a game throughout the entire season. Of course, that number has dropped once we get to the tournaments and you face the cream of the crop of Ohio Division V girls soccer.
Raider falling underneath it. Cleared up by McFadden. Back with the Wildcats. High ball. Look in the direction of Kaylor. Plays it to a teammate. Shot will go wide left.
Most of Woodmore's attack has come from those 18 to 30-yard shots from outside the box. They have not been able to get in close, except for that one through ball we saw earlier, which led to the second goal. Have just been peppering Haven Granter in her back line with these long shots.
Short ball nearly given away by the Flames right around their 18.
Little anti-kick there.
Yeah, good pass.
Went through the legs and then back out. So we see McFadden pick up the ball in the middle.
And she'll play it back to a teammate. Looks like Tim. Nice tackle by McFadden, but does not end up turning into repossession.
And Woodmore content to just send it 50 yards up the field.
I think that's what they want here in these last 17 and a half minutes, just controlled chaos as long as the ball's not going in the back of the net.
Yeah, as long as they can keep it off of there. I mean, I don't think we've seen Flames in their 30-yard line in the last 5 or so minutes here. And they are happy to just send it as far out as they can and reset for the next attack the Flames can bring. Mansfield Christian be looking for that switch ball we saw Anderson try earlier in the half. Try to make the defense shift.
And here's another one sent, and it will roll all the way to an empty spot on the field. Drain some more clock.
And that is exactly what Woodmore will be looking for. Those slow rollers, they're not going to stop. They're not going to go out of bounds.
Nice ball sneaking through here for Woodmore. Can they make it a third? No. Mansfield Christian able to break in.
It's a great ball there from Wildcats midfield, just splitting the defense on that run from Wildcats left wing.
Lofted ball towards the middle. Opportunity to shoot right around the 20. They'll send it wide right.
Yet another long shot from the Wildcats. That was...
She slipped as she took the shot. I think it was Hesselbart again, number 19.
Yes, Hesselbart, number 19. Couldn't quite see the number. We have another Flames goal kick. Been a few of those this half, quite a decent amount. Possession should be interesting. If we had to put a stat to it, I'm not entirely sure what it was. The first half, I think it would be about 20-20 and then miscellaneous airtime for the rest of the teams, as we see another great long shot there from the Wildcats just over that top right corner.
Yeah, Kaylor was able to get it after a collision, and she had space to shoot, took every little opportunity she had, and you can just tell by the shadow how close that was. As it grazed by that near side post.
It is all Wildcats this half, as they've just been keeping it on Mansfield Christian's section of the field. Another throw here from number 4. That is Valerie Perez, I believe.
Taken out by the Flames. 15 minutes to go here in half number 2. Another shot attempt. It appears this one will be deflected.
Flames just got a toe in there at the last second to tip that one over.
So they will call it a corner. I thought I saw the head official point towards the box, but we'll take a corner here for Woodmore in a 2-0 game. And it looks like it's going to be number 9, Izzy Helmke, who's going to take this corner. And she'll kick it with the right, so it'll be out swinging, most likely.
Senior captain to take the corner.
Goes far post. Header will be taken out. Last off of Woodmore.
Appeared to be a scramble in the box previous to the kick, as one of the Woodmore players goes down the box. It'll be a goal kick. No foul given.
Flames still not really able to get any sort of offense going to threaten this defense that has been spectacular all season long for Woodmore. Only giving up 6 goals in this many matches, 21 in fact. This is the 22nd.
As it stands, this would be Woodmore keeper's 12th shutout on the night. That would be Amy Schmetz and Abby Schmetz in the goal for the Wildcats.
Kaylor just needs to get past one more defender. That she does. Has some help if she needs it. Takes the shot instead, and there to save it again.
Great solo run from Kaylor there. Taking it past 2 of the Flames' back line. Then ripping a weak foot shot. Haven Grace were able to deal with it with the scoop. So we see the Wildcats already win back possession. We come back from this replay. It'll be near the top of the box.
And there's a shot, and it misses wide again. But Woodmore continuing to pile on shots despite them being the ones that need to hold off Mansfield Christian for these next couple of minutes. But they're still keeping that foot on the pedal.
That was other senior captain Strong with that particular shot. Mansfield Christian has not been able to win these goal kicks as of yet. And Wildcats have just been breathing down their necks on this high defensive line they've set. Interesting from the Wildcats creating such a high press when they're up this much. Do not want the Flames to get anywhere near their goal.
Could see a potential counterattack open up later on if that continues to be the trend. And this will be taken out for a goal kick, but now you're starting to see substitutions come on for Woodmore, and it's just the time that's slowly ticking off with all of the little things they do. And I wouldn't call it time wasting, but it's strategy.
Yeah, that is definitely a part of the beautiful game, is time wasting. As much as people don't like it, it is a certified tactic. And if you're up by that much, as we see a new player from the Flames, Xander Davis.
Deflect into the 18. As we said, they didn't want Mansfield Christian in the box. They got there, but not too much of a threat.
I believe we've mentioned it, but it appears number 10, Kira Travis, has been man-marking Ryan Anderson in this game. Just following her along the 50-yard line, even when the ball's nowhere close on a goal kick.
Hope with a nice kick away as she is continuing to man-mark Kaylor on the other side. Could that open things up for Woodmore? There's a collision. That'll win a foul for the Flames.
Not often you see a double man mark from both teams. I mean, when you have both of these players, Anderson and Kaylor, with about nearly 90 goals between both of them, then you know you got an attacking issue on your hands. Ryan Anderson actually breaking the school record for most goals in a season for the girls team.
McFadden turns, passes it up the middle, looking for Ryan. And Ryan had someone open, didn't see her, plays a ball through. This will end up to Davis. Davis keeps it in, and the cross right to Schmeltz. But you can see here on the build-up on the left side of your screen, look at all that space.
Zoe Leonard looking for the pass. Anderson decided to play Zaire Davis on the right wing. We see another chance from the Flames cleared out. And we have just about everyone back for the Wildcats. 9 players back on the field. Only the lone Kaylor standing beyond midfield as we see the ball get to her.
Because they trust her in these spaces, because now here's a counter opportunity.
Slows it down, waits for her teammates. Smart play from Kaylor there.
There was an extra teammate looking to get a pass, but it was blocked off nicely.
It was a good hold-up play from Kaylor. I mean, she had a 1v3 if she had taken that herself. Able to just stop, turn around, and play onto the upcoming wingers. Bit of a false 9 move as Kaylor
Here goes
wins it
Kaylor
off.
in the box, tripped up, and no foul.
Thought the referee was about to point to the spot there. He was running up with the whistle in his mouth.
He looked very menacing as he was running up on this ball, but he does let it go.
I can see the hand pointing to the spot in my mind, but raises it just a bit higher for the goal kick, or pardon me, the throw-in.
Eight and a half to go. 2-0 lead for Woodmore. They've had a goal in each half. High kick up into the box yet again, running up against it. The Wildcats get there first. They'll hit it off of Mansfield Christian for another corner.
I believe for a second there she was going to take it down to the corner and try to do that common play you see where they stop it right in the corner and just shield everybody off. The Wildcats certainly have the physicality to do so. Instead, they'll take a corner, driven to the middle.
And header contact made by Woodmore, but that sails wide.
Not a bad effort off the corner. That was number 19, Riley Hasselbart with the header. Just wide.
Woodmore staying on the attack. Kaylor turns, looking, pass, deflected out.
A great play there from Woodmore, holding it up on that edge of the 18, looking for that ball across the middle. One of the most dangerous balls that you can play. Mansfield Christian had a lot of defenders back, and Woodmore seems to be content with keeping most of their players a little farther back as to not be susceptible to any counterattacks in this last 7 minutes.
Precious time ticking off. Flames have not seen much in their attacking third in this second half. So just with the overall pace and the flow of this game at this point, not looking too great. But been stacked against the odds multiple times in this postseason run. In fact, the last 3 games, they won by a goal.
It's gone to overtime 2 out of the 3 of those games. But they would need quite the comeback to beat these Woodmore Wildcats, who are not looking for that to happen as they just clear it to the corner. And every second that ball is not in their attacking third is a second Woodmore would declare a victory for themselves. So this one just bounces over the head of number 12.
Reese
Beckler, who is Mansfield Christian's 3rd top goal scorer with 12 on the season. Had the game-winning goal against Mansfield Christian Flames' last opponent, whose name eludes me at the moment.
It's tough. It's tough up here sometimes. Grady's still kind of taking notes as an intern here at the OH Report.
Getting to the flow of things. This
Yeah.
is my
This
third
is your
commentary.
this is your comfortable spot covering some soccer, of course. And Mansfield Christian soccer at that. You know these girls pretty well.
Yeah, I'll be happy to hop on a basketball game or a volleyball game here. That would be a little bit out of my comfort zone, but happy to fill in for anybody who needs it. As Wildcats looking to fill the goal.
And here goes a
Ball.
shot. Wide left.
Kaylor with another shot with her left foot.
So the deal is, in this Woodmore second half attack, they've had shots. They've just not really been on target for the most part outside of the goal they scored. But they've had better looks. Here's the takeaway in a big spot for Mansfield Christian. Can they earn some space? Beckler almost left the ball behind. Tries to make the turn. And she's able to run away from the marker.
Flames need to go. They only have about 2 people up top. Here we see some numbers going up. Woodmore desperate to get back.
High toss headed up by Anderson. She overruns the ball. Deflection. Looks like McFadden got in the way of the clear. And a pass right to Woodmore.
Hope with the giveaway in the last 4 minutes. And that was Mansfield Christian's best chance probably in the last 10. And maybe one of their last.
Another substitution. Willow Lewis comes off in place for some defense. Bailey Meggett.
Woodmore, number 1, Bailey Meggett.
Woodmore have 8 people beyond the 30-yard line on this goal kick. Not taking any chances. As we see 3 people charging that ball as fast as they can. The desperation increases as the clock ticks down.
Here goes Raider.
3v4.
Taking
Mansfield Christian with numbers.
To the far side. Heavy touch. This will be taken out, but still a chance here for the Flames. Just got to go a little quicker. 3 minutes to go. Got to make up 2 goals. Here's a high ball sent towards the box. This will go across the face. Couple deflections. Anderson flicks it towards the middle, headed down, and the Wildcats look like they're going to survive this as that deflects out for a goal kick. At the very least, you were hoping that went on the other side of the flag, but it's a rough one there for Mansfield Christian.
The Wildcats will be content to take as much time as they need on this goal kick. No rush to get this one back into play.
Kaylor running up 49 goals on the year. It'd be bittersweet for her in this regional final to put one final one on the board and make it 50 before the state tournament. Maybe an exclamation point here in this game if that does happen. Kick up Ryder. Dispossessed. Lobbed ball over the top. Kaylor not going to get there. Scooped up Granter. She's got to go quick. 2 minutes to go.
Ooh, right in the neck of Woodmore.
And there's
she
a
goes
stoppage.
Down. Caught her right in the throat off that.
Clock stops at 2:01 as the player will go down, and looks like just brief timeout here because she's already up to her feet as she's, I'm sure, going to feel that one for a while.
This junior number 25, Emma Hahn, with a throat punch.
You ever had one of those before?
Yeah, I have, not off of a punt like that, usually just off of a shot. Don't feel great,
Yeah.
especially in this cold weather. It's really the one place you can't touch the ball on your upper torso. Header being the most common, chest being the next common. Either of those wouldn't have felt great, but would have been okay. Unfortunately, caught her in the throat as play will start.
On a drop ball.
Is that a contested drop ball?
It was.
Don't see very many of those anymore. Contested drop balls. Haven Granter claims this and is going quick. Flames with a minute 45 here.
Nice touch by the Flames to keep it with them. They'll go far side. Woodmore all over this team as they push. Need 2 goals with 1.5 minutes on the clock. Flames win a free kick. They'll push as many up the field as they can in ample time. They'll launch it towards Anderson. Taken down. It looks like McFadden dispossessed. Another clearance.
Woodmore with everybody but Kaylor behind the ball again. They're just looking to stop any hope that the Flames have. Just extinguish that last bit of hope they have in this last minute.
60 seconds for the Wildcats to send themselves to a state semifinal next week. This will roll all the way out. Student section, you can see flashlights on, waving. They feel as if this one's over with 38 seconds left.
Looks like a concert over in the Woodmore student section.
Couple spin moves. Running out of time, 20 seconds left. This is taken way up the field, and the defense has to run it back in.
Woodmore more than comfortably with 1 foot in the final 4. About to be 2 in the next 10 seconds here.
They lead 2-0, and it's likely going to stay there as Kaylor launches it over towards the bench, and that will do it for proceedings from Tiffin.
Wildcats making a Final Four appearance, ending Mansfield Christian's most successful run in school history to bring the 12th shutout and the 19th win on the Wildcats. An incredible season from them, and they will have another chance to make it to that fabled Final 2.
Shout out to the Woodmore Lady Wildcats. The ceremony today from Frost-Kalnow Stadium will come up next. You're live and free on the OH Port. Stay tuned.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
And it's time for your Clear Vent post-game show. We'll keep it brief here because the ceremony is just about set to begin out on the field here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. But Woodmore, 2-0 winners over Mansfield Christian. They are your regional champions here in Division 5 from Tiffin.
Yeah, great game from the Woodmore Wildcats. First goal being an absolute world-class finish. Second one, a great through ball from the goal scorer. And then Woodmore able to hold on for another clean sheet in their illustrious career of clean sheets. That was their 12th one, I believe, on the season. And keeping the goal scored to just 6.
So Mansfield Christian, their longest, deepest postseason run in program history ends tonight. They are the last remaining team in Richland County here in the postseason. A great season for these Lady Flames as they will get their medals as regional runners-up. And we will step aside and let you take in the atmosphere here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. We'll take a quick break ourselves and come back with you for MVP conversations with some Mansfield Christian players and coaches as we recap the Flames season.
Lady Raider. Grace Thames. Emily Davis. Elsie Swartzenruber. Lacey DeFrancisco. Rylan Neal. Lydia McFadden. Brooklyn Ryder. Avery Johnson. Ethana Waters. Emma Doherty. Reese Beckler. Michelle Hope. Zoe Leonard. Natalie Ricker. Marlena McRae. Anna Tucker. Morgan Beasley. Michaela Smith. Caitlin Miller.
I'm heading down to grab Coach for our post-game interview. Once this is all done,
Lily Ziade.
Once he does, go ahead and start unplugging everything and put this camera inside because that's where we're going to do the interview.
Bella Young.
Just, if you leave the cord here, you can kind of pull them in if I'm not here quick enough, and it will just get reassembled. Inside.
Ryan Anderson. Zy Davis. Haven Grantner. Now, would head coach Jesse Ryder and the Flames seniors and captains please come forward to receive your trophy. Congratulations on an outstanding season. And now we will recognize the 2025 OHSAA Division V Regional Championship team, the Woodmore High School Wildcats. When your name is called, please come forward to receive your individual medallion. Bailey Medjet. Camille Strong. Abby Schnautz. Valerie Caress. Willow Lewis. Lindy Wagner. Ren Lewis. Lexi Rohrbacher. Izzy Helmke. Kiera Travis. Aveli Cobb. Addie Lesnick. Lily Smola. Grace Hadlitzel. Ariana Florio. Haley Hatch. Riley Hesselbart. Mackenzie Giesler. Carly Hines. Kelsey Kaylor. Emma Hahn. Taylor Hill. With head coach Jeff Helmke and the Wildcat seniors and captains, please come forward to receive your trophy. Once again, congratulations to Woodmore High School Wildcats, who will now advance to the state semifinal match. On behalf of the staff of Tiffin Columbian and the Ohio High School Athletic Association, thank you for attending tonight's match, and please drive safely as you make your way home.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
It's time now for your Clear Vent Player of the Game. In this case, we've got multiple here today from the Mansfield Christian defense that had their hands full today. Grace, congratulations to you on the longest run in Mansfield Christian girls soccer history. It comes to a close tonight, but just kind of take me through your overall emotions coming into a day like this and just coming to the end of another season.
I think that we were all pretty excited for this game. We had a team breakfast this morning, and we did some reverse trick-or-treating. And so I think that kind of like got our nerves out, and we had some time to just bond over things that weren't soccer-related so that would calm our nerves. But everyone was pretty excited.
Grace Tim with us, the senior defender, and today you guys had a tough task. Someone with 40-plus goals was coming into the game tonight, and I thought you guys did a fairly good job on her. Just talk me through what was the game plan and how you guys feel you executed it.
Well, both her and then they had some pretty solid wingers also, so it definitely tested our defensive skills, and we just always had to be like on our toes, ready for any ball that was coming through. But they're like all of their attackers were all really skilled.
And I already mentioned it. This is a historic year for you guys. Just give a shout out to some of your teammates and what made this team so special.
I would say probably like the seniors and, well, honestly, there's a really big sophomore class this year, and they just they do a really good job at encouraging others, and they're super skilled. But the seniors, they're just super fun to play with and super supportive of one another, knowing that it's all of our last seasons together.
Yeah, absolutely, Grace. Well, final question for you. Look in that camera. Give your shout-outs.
Shout out to my family, my friends, and, of course, God.
All right, so Grace Tim with us. And now we're going to pass it off to the junior, Michelle Hope, also joining in on that defensive effort tonight. And you were tasked with Kaylor for the most part as you were man-marking her pretty much the entire game. Mm-hmm. First off, how are you feeling? Because I know that can be very tiring, and you had to make a flight of stairs to talk to us today. But how'd you feel about the game today?
It's definitely a difficult task, but not one that I'm not used to. I've done it in several games, and especially in these tournament games. So she was at a higher level than some of the players that I've spent man-marking before. But, I think we did a decent job trying to close her down.
So Michelle Hope with us, the junior. Just take me through now just how you felt about overall this season. You guys end up with 18-3-1, and, of course, a bittersweet moment to end your season tonight, but there's a lot to look back on.
Yeah, for sure. This was probably the best team that we've ever had, at least in my high school career, and I know this is definitely the farthest that we've ever made it in tournament run, and so just being able to bring this young team together and just come farther than we ever have has been really special to be a part of.
All right, well, Michelle, now just kind of take us into the next couple of months. Of course, going to get plenty of time off, but of course there's the next season to prepare for as a junior.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend a lot of time on my own trying to get better to make our team better, and then I know we'll have indoor futsal and just different team things that we can work on, and then club soccer, and then get into the summer and just get ready for the next season.
All right, Michelle, any shout outs?
I just want to shout out my whole team, especially the defense, Natalie and Haven and Marlena for helping us close it down back there, and just the rest of the team, and then my family and my coaches for sure for helping us come this far, and all my friends.
All right, Michelle, thank you so much. And if you thought we were done here, folks, it's a three-parter. Head coach Jesse Ryder has made the trip up as well. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call the other day for a fantastic Ontario-Lexington game. And I know that you heard the news about Ontario a few minutes ago.
I did hear that. It's
wild. Take me through this team. Of course, you guys end up by 30 minutes last team standing in Richland County. Just talk to me about overall this season, how you felt.
Yeah, I think this group here was ready to do things that have never been done before. And you can't just make that decision, kind of halfway through the season. So their work rate to get into this, whether it was preseason, weight room, futsal, there were a lot of girls who put in a lot of minutes in the preseason that allowed us, once we got into the season, there was just another level we could get to. And I think that really showed throughout the regular season and throughout the postseason as well. Some great overtime wins and some overcoming some adversity, being down a couple times. And so I think their willingness to put the work in the offseason to get to this point was really terrific.
Yeah, and then talk about this Woodmore team, because you guys played, I think, great against a number 3 team in Division 5, because it took a wonder goal in the first half and some beautiful play. It took some beautiful plays on their end to get past you guys.
Yeah, I certainly want to credit Woodmore. They've got some terrific athletes. They're big, strong, and fast. Felt like everywhere on the field. I think they scored a great goal to kind of get things off and kind of got us maybe rattled a little bit. I think for us, though, we were kind of our own worst enemy. We just could not keep the ball consistently for a while, right? So we're just constantly giving the ball back to them, and when you keep giving a good team the ball, it just makes them better, and I think that's what we did tonight. It's not to discredit Woodmore. They're really good, but I think when you give a really good team the ball repeatedly, they get even better, and I think that's a little bit what we ran into tonight, where we couldn't keep possession, couldn't generate really a transition out of our back line. I thought our back line played well. We just couldn't connect to the middle then to kind of get things going.
And you guys question why we call in Jesse Ryder to help analyze games. That was perfect. Well, thank you so much for that. But I know that you're going to talk to the seniors in the bus on the way home, but just kind of spoil the seniors a little bit more and talk about them this year as they wrap up their careers.
So we're all carpooling. So
okay. I didn't realize that.
No, it's all right. So no. What I told the seniors earlier when we kind of wrapped up at the end, I said they have set a new foundation for us to build upon. Right? They've taken us to new levels that the program has never seen before. And one of the things we talked about as a team at the beginning of the season, everybody kind of set their preseason goals, and we talked about records and conference championships and all these different levels of championship. But really, one of the kind of main things that everyone put down is they want to be known as an encouraging teammate. They want to be a good teammate. I think this group of seniors set the tone of that. That's how we're going to interact with each other. We get scored on, we go through a tough play, tough situation. Hey, let's keep building each other up. And even when we're down two, I listened to the seniors on the bench, and they're still leading, they're still encouraging, just creating a culture where people want to be a part of it and want to be a part of the game and the team.
And it's no surprise why you want to be a part of this as well yourself. Well, congratulations, Coach, on a fantastic season. Deepest run in Mansfield Christian girls soccer history. Go ahead and put a bow on it. Give your shout-outs.
Yeah, certainly. I got to shout out my wife and kids. They've had a lot of time on the road here recently, and it's some late nights. So appreciate them. And then everybody else, Flames Nation, thank you. Great support. We've been traveling all over the state of Ohio, and it felt like every time we still have more fans than everybody else, and they're a lot closer. So it's been great. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, Ohio's been your oyster this year. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations to you guys. Great season. Look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you so much.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.